Hey Geminis, what is going on? Welcome to your general Capricorn Szn Tarotscope. So let us see what is coming through. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. But immediately they're showing me two things, like back and forth, back and forth. One is like you're at a event and there's all of these waiters giving you all these different plates of food and you're so excited. You're like, I want to taste this and I want to taste that. But then on the other side of the channel, it's people putting microphones in your mouth. They're like, please talk, like we want your opinion. It's almost like you're getting bombarded, kind of like paparazzi style, but instead of taking your photo, they're wanting to hear what you have to say, which classic Gemini energy. But people are wanting to serve you. People want to hear from you. And of course, this makes sense. Astrologically, we still have Jupiter, which is a planet of expansion, blessings, knowledge, in the sign of Gemini until June of 2025. So if there is something that you are wanting to speak on, if there's something that you want to promote, if there are people that you've been meaning to serve and connect with, this is a yes time. It's like yes. And also Venus is currently in the sign of Aquarius until January 2nd. So with Venus and Jupiter, both benefic planets, being in air signs, this is very obvious, astrologically speaking, that there are these boons and these blessings that are supporting you at this time, which you may feel it's like, well, this is the holidays, I want to relax. Of course, relax. Like I said, take what resonates, leave what does not. But it's almost like if you feel the call to just work and to share your opinions. They're also showing me like someone just in a bed, like eating chips and just talking to the camera and posting and getting like 1 million likes. So you don't have to be a super polished and professional necessarily to have your voice heard. Like people just want to hear from you. The gift of gab, being gregarious, being charming. If you can position yourself to just share your thoughts, and that doesn't need to be on video. This can be through something like blog, Substack, voiceover, whatever it may be. But so many people want to hear from you. There are people that you don't even know that are waiting to hear messages, to hear your opinions, to hear the facts from you. And it doesn't have to be like they're showing me a book. It's almost like a dictionary, but it's not a dictionary. It's like all the topics in the world almost. It's like, so it's just flipping through and just showing every type of niche audience, like from video games to like lawsuits to types of oranges. Like there's just so many things that people would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that you are starting to talk about this random thing that I'm so curious about. Thank you for showing up. I love your content. I love your work. That's what it's like. It's like, thank you for your service. I love your work. I love your work. I love your work. Like people want to celebrate you. And then that kind of goes back to the other part of the channel where it's just like all of these waiters, all these servers, like wanting to serve you. Like this can also be a notion that if you're needing more support so that you can share all of your gifts, all of your ideas, all of your opinions, that you're outsourcing and that you're hiring people to support you so that they can kind of like feed you and support you in this new way. And with Capricorn being cardinal earth, we are initiating structures that are going to benefit us long term. And sometimes it's like Capricorn being cardinal earth, Gemini being mutable air, they're quite opposite in terms of how they want to act. But it's kind of like opposites attract a little bit here in that you can use this powerful Capricorn energy during Capricorn season to bless you, to build the structures, the routine, the discipline, aka hiring more people, aka getting on a posting schedule or writing down your thoughts. That also could be something too, like if you have so many things you want to share, but it's just all trapped in your mind, then we're getting into a routine or a practice of where you are journaling more or where you're talking more to a loved one, that it doesn't get all trapped here. But I do think speaking it out loud, even if you're just to like put the camera on record and just speak to your heart's content, you don't necessarily need to post it, but it's getting comfortable. It's initiating the action, the habit of being able to speak. Because guaranteed, I know this, like in my spirit, Geminis are in such a good position, especially at the start of 2025, to massively expand through their voice, through their ideas. Like people want to connect with you. People want to serve you. So they need to know how to get a hold of you. They need to know what you are selling. They need to know who you are and what you represent so that they can connect with you. This is really a beautiful time, Geminis, for you to expand and for you to succeed. What did we talk about? First card, Page of Swords. These new ideas, these new thoughts, these new opinions, these new opportunities to connect from your voice. Judgment, no surprise. We're currently in a Mars retrograde. We are now going back and recalibrating what we are fighting for, what our actions are, how we are exerting masculine energy. And then we have the King of Cups. So I think for some of you, especially if you're watching this and you're in a position where your words can help people on an emotional level, whether it's you're organizing something so that they have more free time with their family, whether you are stepping into a position of using your healing gifts and wanting to share with people, if you've been sitting on something and you've been meaning to launch it or you wanted to restart it, that judgment energy being like a wake-up call. If you have always, and this can also be not just recent, but if there's something like 4, 5, 10 years ago that you're like, I really had this amazing idea, I just didn't follow through, it wasn't the right time. Potentially now is the right time, because the bottom card is the Nine of Cups. For me, this is like you're sitting on millions of dollars. You're sitting on gold. All you have to do is get up, take the blanket off, and you're like, oh, I've actually been sitting on this incredible energy the entire time. I just didn't lift up the blanket. I just didn't say yes. I just didn't turn on the camera. Like, you are the only one holding you back right now, Gemini. And if you just trust yourself and trust in your voice and trust that you are enough, the expansion, no matter what level you're on, is imminent. All right. So that is your general reading for Capricorn season. If you want a more in-depth one-on-one reading, you can book that on Stillwater Alchemy's website. And if you would like a plethora of spiritual resources, feel free to join the Alchemy Point, Stillwater Alchemy's online community. More information on that can also be found at Stillwater Alchemy's website. Gemini, I'm wishing you a fabulous, expansive Capricorn season, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.